My Marines all make fun of me because I make them read Message to Garcia, which I don't think is anymore, but used to be on the Commandant's reading list because it is a good book to read. Now, Message to Garcia, if you've never read it, is extremely freaking short. It takes you like maybe 30 minutes to read, maybe. If you listen to it on Audible, I'm sure it takes like 20 minutes. It is a very short read. But the underlying premise to the book is that this guy named Garcia got given a message and he freaking made it happen, right? Like there's no in between where he had to ask a million questions and had to ask why and had to ask how and where and when. He got told to go do this and he freaking figured it out and made it freaking happen, right? So that's the underlying premise. He made it happen, not he asked permission, not he asked how, not he asked why, not he freaking made a million excuses. He made it happen. So why do I make this book something that people have to read? Maybe it's because I don't want to freaking have to tell you who, what, when, where, why, or how to do your damn job. I want you to be a problem solver, not a problem finder, which is unfortunately all too common in life. It is very easy to find problems. Hey, look, there's too much sun coming in. My lighting's not great. Oh, man, this thing took forever to hang. It's a pain in the ass. I don't know. My computer's still on and I meant to shut it off. There's always a freaking problem in life. And I don't really give a shit what the problem is. You need to be able to find the solution or you're not going to be effective at your job, in your life, or just at all. Now there's a couple of reasons for this. One is that decentralized command is good. Decentralized command means that your unit or your operation understands the intent and the end state that is desired. So what we want to achieve at the end of everything. And they can then turn around and make decisions based on that outcome to change the plan and to deviate and to just accomplish the mission without having to go back to the leadership and ask permission to accomplish the mission. They just do it. But in order for you to be able to utilize decentralized command, you need to be able to problem solve and you need to understand how to figure crap out. So, my Marines hated Message to Garcia, but there are two words that my recruiter Marines hated even more than that damn book. Google knows. Because every freaking question they asked me, I would say, Google knows. Why don't you ask Google? Gunny Google has the answer. Oh, hey, I have a great idea. I bet you could freaking ask Google that question. And the reason is if I'm not around, that's an excuse in your head. If the boss isn't around and the boss always answers your freaking question, then you have an out because the boss isn't here. So I'll wait for him. Fuck that. You need to be able to find your own damn answers in life to be successful. So give yourself permission right now to find an answer and then take that answer, make a decision, and make stuff happen. Do not find problems. Solve problems. That's where the money's made. Finding a problem is easy. Any schmuck can find problems. Solving the problems where the big money's made. If you want to get out of the military and be an entrepreneur, guess what? Find problems? No. Solve problems. Solving problems will make you successful. If you can't do that, don't become an entrepreneur. Don't become an investor. Do not get involved in things until you understand how to shift your mentality into I can figure this out. Have you ever looked into doing due diligence on real estate? You need to be able to figure out utility records, tax records, previous owner, equity statement. Like you need to be able to deconstruct somebody's rent roll and income expense statement and figure out what's wrong with it or you're going to buy a bad deal. All of that takes knowing what questions to ask and how to solve problems. If you can't do that, you're going to buy a bad deal. So why do I just tell people to ask Google when I could very easily give them the answer? That's because Google is a tool to find the answer. I know everything. Absolutely everything. I freaking know everything. You know why? Because Google knows everything and I know how to ask Google the right questions. I understand that if you put quotes over Google, it will only look for that exact match. And I understand that if you don't, you'll get a whole bunch of crap you don't want. And there are all kinds of tools in an article I wrote a year ago that will help you understand how to utilize Google to get the answer to exactly what you need to solve. If you can do that, you don't need anybody else. Now, if you're in a leadership position, you shouldn't be sitting around Google, Google, Google. You should have problem solvers employed by you and delegated. You need to be the decision maker, and everyone else underneath you, they need to understand how to solve these problems. If the problem comes to you, there's an article about who's got my monkey. And you know what it is? It's this freaking monkey on your back, which is the problems that we find. That people like to just walk up and hand you their freaking monkey and make you deal with it. And as a leader, you need to be able to say, no, You keep your monkey. And why am I using the monkey analogy? Because it's a great analogy and it's so true. This monkey on your back, this problem, think about when the last time you were in a leadership role and someone came up and said, "Oh my goodness, boss, this truck ran out of fuel." You think they were coming to you to say, "And this is what we did"? No, they were coming to you to say, "Oh my goodness, boss, this truck ran out of fuel. Tell me what to do." No, don't be that person. Solve the problem on your own. If you can't do that, you are a burden to everybody and you need to figure it out. The more you can solve your own problems, the more you can be successful in life. So I'm going to just continue to beat this dead horse. Ask Google, phone a friend. If you don't know where to find the information, Google probably does. Once you figure out where to find the information, go find the information. Ask the right people. If you can't do that, then find somebody who can and get them to help you. But at the end of the day, you need to be able to solve problems or you will not be successful in life. So the reason I tell people to go ask Google is not because I'm an asshole who does not want to answer your question. The reason I tell you to go ask Google is because I'm an asshole who wants you to improve and be able to solve problems so that you will succeed in life. So yeah, I'm a little bit of a prick sometimes, but guess what? I'm helping you. And you know what? I do the same fucking thing all day. I Google answers to crap, and that's how I've been able to build this entire community from scratch. It's not because I knew how to do it, it's because I figured it out on my own. And if I wasn't figuring it out on my own, I was either paying someone to help me or asking someone to help me and finding the answers to solve my own problems. And holy crap, if you're watching this, it worked because it's grown exponentially. So Google knows. Learn those words, live by those words, and figure it out.